Dzień dobry, witam serdecznie na kolejnym wydarzeniu organizowanym przez Regionalny Ośrodek Debaty Międzynarodowej w Toruniu, Akademię Kultury Społecznej i Medialnej w Toruniu oraz Biuro Współpracy Międzyuczelnianej i Międzynarodowej realizującej program Erasmus+. Nasi dzisiejsi goście pochodzą z Turcji, zatem dla celów realizacji dzisiejszej debaty, dzisiejszego małego wykładu dla naszych widzów przejdę na język angielski, żeby wszystko było zrozumiałe. So now I will talk in English a little, because your language, which we will conversation between us is in English. So, hello.
Hi.
Hi. Hello. Thank you that you are here with us today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Very happy.
Nice.
So I will start with the presentation.
Okay.
So you are Büşra Sönmez.
Yes.
Exactly. You live in Ankara, the capital city of the Turkish state, but you are originally from Izmir. A beautiful Aegean city.
Yes.
You graduated from the Faculty of Commerce and Tourism as an undergraduate, and then you received your master's and PhD degrees from the Faculty of Communication, Department of Public Relations and Publicity. You are currently working as a research assistant doctor at Ankara Hacı Bayram Veli University, Faculty of Communication in Ankara.
Yes. Okay.
Your main research interests are media culture and specifically mediatization theory. In your PhD, you studied mediatization theory in the context of the mediatization of politics in Turkish state. For this purpose, you conducted in-depth interviews with members of the Grand National Assembly of Turkish state, Turkey, and members of the parliamentary press. Currently, you give lectures in the public relations, publicity and journalism departments of your faculty. Since you are personally interested in software and programming languages, and you teach information technologies, front-end programming languages, and web design courses at your faculty.
Yes, exactly.
Exactly.
Yes.
So once again, thank you that you accept our invitation for this interview and this short debate.
And thank you very much for you, and you are so welcome. We are having a great time. I'm here for 3 days in Aksim and in Torun. You are very welcoming people. Thank you very much for everything.
Thank you very much for these kind words. My first question, I think, is very typical for every people in Poland who had an opportunity to see foreigners here in Poland. Is this your first visit in this country?
No, I visited Poland in 2007 and I was 19 years old and I was a bachelor's degree student. I did my internship and I spent a few years in Gdansk. I worked in a tourist information office. So I'm a little bit familiar with Polish culture, Polish cities. So this is my second time, but this is my first time in Torun.
When you talk about Poland, with your friends who had never opportunity to see Poland, what is the general knowledge about Poland between especially young Turkish students?
Yeah, when I'm talking to my friends on Instagram, on WhatsApp, and while I'm here, they ask me that question too. How do you describe Poland? I always say that Poland is the country of happy people because people are looking so happy. They are smiling. They are very helpful. For example, the first day I came here, I had no zlotys. I had euros. And I tried to use bus to arrive Aksim, and I knew nothing to do in the bus, and a few people came around me and tried to help sincerely, and I was very surprised. This is a typical situation in Turkey also. We are very hospitable people, and I think Polish people is similar to us, so I don't feel myself in a foreign country. Because I feel myself at home, people make me feel at home. I think I can describe Poland, the country of happy, helpful, and entertaining people.
You're from Turkish state, from Turkey.
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 Yeah.
Okay. Can you a little describe your country?
Turkey is a very diverse country with respect of languages, with respect of ethnic roots, with respect of culture, foods, anything you can imagine. Yes, we are Turkish people. We are generally known as hospitable people with a diverse culture, but there are millions of people from different ethnic roots in Turkey. For example, Kurds, Bosnian people, one of them are mine, and Laz, Cherkess, many ethnic groups. So we have a diverse culture. And Turkey is, we have many touristic cities in Turkey, and when I talk to Turkey tourists and ask the question you asked me a few minutes ago, they generally say Turkey is a very, hospitable and helpful country. We generally like to help each other, the people we don't know. In such a diverse country, you are generally familiar with different languages, different people, different cultures. And for example, we have 80 cities in Turkey. Each of these 80 cities has its own cuisine, has its own culture, has its own traditions. So if you ask me to describe Turkey with a few words, I cannot really, because this is very, very diverse cultures in Turkey. I love my country because we are in the middle of geographically between Europe and the Middle East countries. So we have many parts from European culture, for example, many parts from Middle East countries, from West, from East. So Turkey is at the central of many cultures, I can say.
In Poland, we use Polish language. Through our conversations, we use English. What languages you use mainly in your camp?
Turkish, mainly Turkish, yes. Turkish, but as I said, there are millions of people from different ethnic backgrounds. My family, for example, my mom is from Bosnia, Herzegovina, and so my grandparents were speaking a little bit Bosnian and a little bit Turkish, so I grew up in a bilingual family, but mainly majority of people in Turkey speaks Turkish, and the official language is also Turkish.
You're from Ankara and you represent the university in Ankara, so can you a little describe what type of your university is? What is the study offer of your university?
Actually, my university is a new university on paper, but it is originally a very historic background because our university was Gazi University, and in 2018 it is split into two different universities. I don't know the motivations behind this, but there are now a different Gazi University, and my university is now Ankara Hacı Bayram Veli University. So on paper we are a new university, but originally we were a big university between 2018. My university is mainly a social sciences university. There are tourism faculty, management sciences, divine for Islam, religious theology, and communication faculty, law faculty. So mainly it is a social sciences university. I love being a member of my university. By the way, Hacı Bayram Veli is a very famous historical person in Turkish history. He lived century years ago. He is a theologist, maybe, and he was interested in positive sciences also. So as Hacı Bayram Veli University, we represent the center of the joining point of sciences, positive sciences, and the culture, history of Turkey and culture. So we, as a new university, we try to create a good corporate image, a good corporate identity, and the communication faculty, it was founded in 1967. So it is kind of old, one of the oldest communication faculties in Turkey. And I did my PhD and my master's degrees in this communication faculty.
I understand. Can you a little describe the current situation at your state? Is it safe?
In terms of safety?
General situation.
Turkey is generally a safe country, but you know, in recent years around the world, we have hard times, pandemic times, and you know, the political situation around this geography is sometimes can be challenging. And but generally, the daily life for ordinary citizens is very safe in Turkey, especially for tourists. People generally know Istanbul as a touristic destination, but every city in Turkey is a touristic destination. So throughout the year, not just on summer, throughout the year there are millions of tourists in Turkey, and they are generally enjoying their time without a problem.
So, for Polish people, your advice, next
Yes,
holiday?
Exactly. On summer, near the coastal cities, and in winter, and so as I said, throughout the year you can find a destination to go in Turkey for your summer holidays or your winter holidays, even for your Christmas holidays. You can come and visit Turkey.
For Polish people and also for other people living in this area, I mean from the Slavic people, history is important. We celebrate our history, we teach our history, we teach our children about the history. It's the element of our self-identification, it's the element of our identity. How important history is for
Extremely important, extremely important. History is a part of our culture, a part of our names. My name is also has a historical background. So history is extremely important because, as you know, there were Ottoman Empire. It lasted 600 years in this geography. So it had a strong culture, it had strong language or cuisine or daily traditions, traditions of being married, traditions of starting a school, for example. For every daily aspect of life, we have historical background, historical traditions. So Ottoman Empire, Ottoman culture, and all the Turkish empires before the Ottoman Empire, we have strong connections with them in terms of every aspect of our daily life. Also, with Balkan countries and all the countries around Turkey, we have strong historical connections with them. So, for example, Balkan countries, which is half of my family background, we have strong ties with them. For example, when I visited Bosnia a few years ago, I was very surprised because people were understanding my language. People were so looking like me. So their food, their daily life, many practices, we were so similar. So the countries in Balkan countries or all the neighbor countries around Turkey, we have very strong historical connections, I can say.
I understand. Because of the current situation in this part of Europe, I'm talking about the prism of the Ukrainian-Russian war, some relations with our neighbors have, at minimum, we can say, not good. How will it look like with Turkey and the relations with the Turkish neighbors?
Turkish is adopting a very balanced policy with its neighbors. You know, we are a neighbor of Russia, and Ukraine is very near to us. So our political leaders are adopting very balanced. So we are not directly supporting one side because, you know, international relations are kind of demanding balanced because with Russia we have strong commercial and educational, for example, ties, and Ukraine also, you know, the export-import relations between Ukraine and Turkey there are. So Turkey politics are really have a balanced policy between Russia and Ukraine, and this is highly supported by the Turkish people. But we have the sympathy of Ukrainian people. There are, I guess, thousands of Ukrainian people came to Turkey after the war started. So we are, as you know, we are the host country for millions of refugees from Syria and from the neighbor countries. So we have millions of Ukrainian people also in mainly in the southern cities of Turkey. But the main policy, as you know, international relations are requesting a balanced policy in this kind of situations.
When you are talking about the international relations and the relations to Turkey or other countries, of course I must ask about Poland, Turkey, Poland. Of course, here in Poland we love kebab. Many people in Poland love kebab. Also, Turkish TV series like Süleyman Demirel.
Really?
Every person in Poland heard about this TV series. Also, we have some, let's say, relations, diplomatic relations, of course, intergovernmental relations, which must be because we are inside of the NATO. Turkey is the, let's say, applicants of being the member of the EU. How you will describe, from your perspective, the relations between Warsaw and Ankara?
Yes. Actually, I visited Poland 2 times for educational purposes. So the educational connections between 2 countries are seem to be very strong. We are welcoming dozens of, maybe hundreds of students from Slavic countries, including Poland. And many of our universities have contracts between Polish universities, so that's why we are here also. Poland is a country which is very near to Turkey geographically, so we don't have any chance to break the ties, break the connections in every aspect. Politically we have strong connections with European countries too, including Poland, and so you know we are a candidate country for European Union also. So we don't have any chance to not to have a connection with Poland. So two countries seem to me as the friend countries, mainly in terms of economic, maybe commercial and cultural proposals. As you say you like Turkish cereals. I didn't know that, and it was very nice. And I hope these connections will end for years, because I really like to visit Poland for educational purposes, and I really like to see Polish people in our university too. Maybe you can be a leader for these processes.
Why not?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And the last question is about the university where we are, the University of Social and Media Culture in Toronto, AXIM. What is your opinion about that university?
Before I came here, I did some research on the Google and tried to get some information. I was very surprised because it's such a very wonderful thing. It is a scientific institution with very strong ties with the values of Polish religion, Polish culture, and I think this must be a general situation for every university, because in Turkey we are trying to do this also, but you really manage this. So I really like this, because universities have to have a strong connection with the city culture it is located. So you really manage this, and I really like this, because as I understand, you are trying to support your students to have strong religious, maybe values with Polish culture. So this is actually what every university must have: strong relations with the culture and with the city and all the values of the country it is located. And AXIM seems to manage this. So the rector father was very nice, and we are having conversations with many students in the hotel we stay in, they really liked your university. So this connection with the culture, Polish culture, this is not just the university, I think. This is like somewhere you can know anything about Polish culture, language, food, and or your Catholic religion. So this is, I think, this is a characteristic that every university should have in this around the world. I think.
Thank you very much for this kind words, and thank you very much that you were together with us during this day and during this interview.
You're welcome. I really thank you. You are very hospitable. You are very nice and friendly for the days I've spent here. And I'm very excited. Before everything, I must apologize for my exotic situations because it is my first time giving an interview in an international environment. I was very excited and sorry for anything from my poor language or from my, I don't speak Polish. I would love to, but it seems impossible because I found very hard. But this is very nice. And thank you for everything you do for us here.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Dziękuję Państwu za dzisiejszy wysłuchanie naszego takiego małego wywiadu a la debatę i zapraszamy na kolejne wydarzenia organizowane przez Aksim, Rodum Toruń i Biuro Programu Erasmus+. Dziękuję bardzo.
Dziękuję.